Okay, let's try this. This is Mr. Conway with your Concept 2 vocabulary review for ancient Sumer and Mesopotamia. Remember, some tips here to review your vocabulary nightly. Make sure you watch and rewatch the video presentation as much as you need. Use the words in class discussions, and understand that context is very important when using and understanding vocabulary. First word in Concept 2 that you need to understand is Paleolithic. Paleolithic is an anthropology term. It's of, pertaining to, or characteristic of the cultures of the late Pliocene and the Pleistocene epochs, or early phase of the Stone Age, which appeared first in Africa and are marked by the steady development of stone tools and later antler and bone artifacts, engravings on bone and stone, sculpted figures, and paintings and engravings on the walls of caves and rock shelters, and is usually divided into 3 periods. Some key words here to remember is this is the early Stone Age. So this is where stone tools appear first, and later this age develops with bone and stone sculpted figures and cave paintings. Next word is Neolithic. That's an adjective. Again, this is an anthropology term. It's of or pertaining to or characteristic of the last phase of the Stone Age, and it's marked by the domestication of animals, the development of agriculture, and the manufacture of pottery and textiles. It's commonly thought to have begun around 9000 to 8000 BC, or as we talk in class, BCE, in the Middle East. A couple things to remember here. This is where we have the domestication of animals. This is where agriculture develops. And this is also where it is believed that pottery and textiles are starting to be manufactured. And you look at the picture there, you can see the difference between the Neolithic and the Paleolithic. Okay. Next word is domesticate. And of course this takes place during the Neolithic time period. And basically, to domesticate, it's a verb. It means to convert. We are taming an animal, especially by generations of breeding, to live in close association with human beings as a pet or a work animal, usually creating a dependency so that the animal loses its ability to live in the wild. We take our dogs, for example, today, and we let them loose in the streets, they would have a hard time living in the wild because they depend on humans. We have domesticated the dog. So, again, a couple things here is to tame, and also to take for one's own use or purposes, to adopt. So you can see here, looks like be a picture of a man who may be trying to tame a wild horse to get the horse to cooperate to do some work that we would need them to do. Okay, next word is agriculture. It is a noun, and this is the science, art, or occupation concerned with cultivating land, raising crops, and feeding, breeding, and raising livestock. Farming. Agriculture is the production of crops, livestock, or poultry, and in that picture you can see that's exactly what's happening there. Those animals have been domesticated. They are being used as tools to help those men work on that farm, to cultivate the land so that they can grow crops that they're going to need to live and then to survive. So a couple things here again. To tame, to take for one's own use or purposes, to adopt. The last word is trade, and it's a noun, and it's the act or process of bullying. I'm sorry, not bullying, buying. I almost had the entire presentation down without saying one thing, but I'm going to keep recording because we sometimes make mistakes. It's the act or process of buying, selling, or exchanging commodities at either wholesale or retail within a country or between countries. A couple things here. Trading is buying, selling, or exchanging. It happens between individuals. It can happen between countries, and it's usually without money. So in this picture here, you can see where somebody is getting some corn, what looks like to be corn, and someone's getting some fish. Could be this one person has enough corn but not enough fish, and also that the person may have enough fish but not enough corn. We trade all the time. Maybe when I was a kid, I traded baseball cards. Maybe I had two of one baseball player, and my friend needed one, and he had one that I didn't have. And so this is something that's mutually beneficial for both parties. And trade is a big deal when we are talking about how things get passed around during this time, during the ancient Mesopotamians and ancient Sumerians' time. So hopefully this made sense to you. We will get with Concept 3 vocabulary. Remember to study it every night. And if you have questions, make sure you ask. Thank you very much.